everyone. Thanks for taking the time to join our webinar today, Little Shopper Shop. My name's Kurt Kohler, and I'm the owner of the Little Shopper Shop. On the phone with me today is Ben Rainford, the Vice President of Little Shopper Shop, and Steve Rainford, in charge of our operations.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning.
What we're going to do is try to keep it moving fairly quickly for everyone, go over a lot of information, and then we have everyone on mute right now to keep background noise to minimum, but then at the end, we will answer any and all questions that you may have. You can also type any questions in as we're going along during the presentation into the question section, and we can answer those for you. As well, the session is going to be recorded, so we'll share it with you later in case you missed anything or want to go back and review it. But first and foremost, Little Shopper Shop has been around. We're a family-owned and operated business, started in 1976 by my parents, Carl and Sue Kohler. The business was then acquired in 1996 by myself and has been run with Steve and Ben, who actually are my brother-in-laws. And we have been doing this for over 40 years now. A few things. Well, first of all, what is a holiday shop? For those of you that are completely new to it, it's a gift buying service where the merchandise is shipped into the school. Children go into the elementary schools primarily and shop independently on their own for mom, dad, brother, sister, with most importantly, most of the gifts being under $5, so that a child with, say, $10 can go in there and buy 2, 3, 4 gifts for their family on a nice budget and shop independently. It's a great program the kids love. And it's another way to think of it is it's very similar to like how a book fair operates. There's no risk to you because the merchandise is on consignment. Why would you consider using the Little Shopper Shop over some others in the industry? Three main reasons why we lead the industry. First and foremost is the quality of our gifts. We design, and I will be showing you our gifts later, we design 100% of our gifts. They're not just a novelty with an imprint on them, but we design the packaging and everything to give them character so that even if something's 50 cents or $1, it's something a child can be proud of. It is also the most common complaint we hear about our competitors, and that is poor quality of gifts that the schools are embarrassed to set out. Second thing that we lead the industry in is technology. We've had a chairperson website, which I'll go into in a little bit right here, which allows you, the chairperson, access to everything you'd ever want to know about your holiday shop. We've had that for over 8 years. We also have an app for over 5 years now. We've had the app available to check students out, making it quick and easy. And then we also have a gift certificate program where families can go online and pay with a credit card, send their child in with a gift certificate instead of cash. So those are three main things along the technology front. And then lastly would be attention to detail. We make sure that there are images of all of our items on everything we do, from pictures are on the tent cards, the inventory sheets, everything you could possibly think of to make your job nice and simple. Guys, did I miss anything before we dive in here?
No, I think one of the main things the points you're trying to make is that we know we need to make this easy for everybody from the volunteer standpoint. So we've taken a lot of steps from technology and like Kurt said, the attention to detail to really make it easy for you and your volunteers, and that's kind of the theme to the whole holiday shop experience from our point of view.
Speaking of we make it easy, we're going to go into that section here, and you can kind of think of a holiday shop. There's almost 4 steps to it, and we have them broken out here. Step 1 is the step that most of you are in right now, and that is signing up or deciding on your holiday shop, which company, what dates, what profit, all the details related to that. And the first thing you do would be pick your dates, your profit, and your early sign-up bonus. Now, don't fear. If you do not know your dates, you can still sign up. We have an early sign-up bonus that we'll be talking about in a little bit that runs to June 15th. But even if you don't have the dates of your sale yet, you can send an agreement and not have those dates filled in yet. But most schools run their shop 3 to 5 days. So most schools will run Monday to Friday, or set up on a Monday, run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe do a morning Friday makeup session, then pack it up. But basically have the whole program buttoned up within a week. We offer 3 profit percentages. You have to remember most schools run a holiday shop more as a service program and not as a true fundraiser. They sell wrapping paper, cookie dough, candy, things like that if they're really looking to make it a fundraiser. But you can make some nice money with it. And most of our schools do run at a 10 or a 20% profit to the organization. When you do that, all of our support materials come along from our tent cards to our apps to support everything, making your job nice and easy. If you really wanted to, you can even set your own prices, but most organizations don't bother to go through that just because it's extra work, and we want to make it as easy as possible for you. Like I had mentioned before, we're the only supplier in the industry that designs 100% of our gifts. And also, one thing to remember that I briefly touched on, but this program is completely risk-free. All the merchandise is on consignment. You return only all your unsold merchandise and only pay for what you sell. There's no shipping charges to or from on the program, which makes it nice and easy when figuring out how to run a program like this and not have to worry about any of those types of details or things that you might forget as far as cost goes because it's all in the price of the merchandise. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. Step two, once you sign up, is when your chairperson kit arrives. The chairperson kits all ship out right around Halloween, and that's everything that you need to promote your sale. And basically, from there, it's your parent letters, your budget envelopes, the posters to hang in the hallways, the manual that tells you everything you'd ever want to know about the holiday shop. Here's like a quick view of our manual, and it goes through and tells you everything and more than you'd ever really want to know, but it's all there for you. And then lastly, you'll have your login to your chairperson site, which I'll touch on in just a bit. But that allows you to access and view everything in real time as well. After that chairperson kit arrives, then the merchandise arrives. The merchandise will arrive into the school approximately 5 days before the school, before your sale starts. And everything is in there to make it nice and easy for you. You will receive an email from our system letting you know that the boxes are on their way. Uh, most of the merchandise will ship UPS, so it'll be brought right inside of the school from a UPS driver, and you'll know when it arrives based on the email and the tracking information we provide to you. We provide you with tent cards, which you kind of see here briefly in front of these items. And there's a tent card provided with every single item to make setup nice and easy. There's with the merchandise, your bags and your tablecloths. Every box has its own inventory sheet on it. On the outside of every box, there's a label telling you every item that's inside of that. When you open that box up and there's that inventory sheet there, not only does it list the description of the item and the quantities, but it even shows the images, so you can match the images with the items because you don't know the difference between a designer ring, a fashion ring, a birthstone ring. So it makes setting up nice and easy. Um, then, while you're running your sale, if you run out of merchandise at any point in time, we have free UPS next day delivery, so you can place reorders every single day during your sale. A lot of our competitors limit the number of reorders that you can place, but we do not. Um, and then lastly, we mentioned here that all the merchandise that we, of course, do send out to you meets or exceeds the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act, CPSIA. So all the children's items are tested, so you can feel comfortable about that. At the very end, all you do is simply pack it up and send it back to us. There's two options that you can select, and that is our simple inventory or our no count inventory system. With the inventory system, you're going to simply count the merchandise that you're sending back to us and write it on our closing sale worksheet, which it looks just like this. And literally, it's a sheet that lists every single item with a picture, and you just write in here 6, 8, 10, 5, whatever it is that you have left over, and enter it into our system or send it back to us, and we'll enter it in and calculate your invoice. Or the other option we have is a no count inventory system. And the way that works very simply is you just keep track of how much you've sold each day. So you could write in here $1,000 on day one, $500 on day two, $1,000 on day three, and close your sale out that way. So two simple ways to wrap your sale up, and then we supply you with UPS prepaid M labels to ship the merchandise back to us with. So you simply pack the merchandise up into a few boxes as possible, put those labels on the boxes, and send it back to us, and we will go from there. Guys, any other questions or things that I might have
No,
missed?
Kurt, I think you've got it pretty well covered so far.
All right. Well, I had mentioned before gifts, and there's nothing more important than the actual gifts themselves. If you go in our website, you can actually see every single item that is in our holiday shop line, from mom to dad's to children's. And a lot of our competitors do not show you the individual items that you're going to be selling. They show you a lot of group shots. A lot of our competitors won't show you the prices of the items, which we do. And I think that's very important because when you run with us, you'll know exactly what you're receiving. But for example, you can click on here and go through the items as well. It also shows you here underneath if you sold the item at a 0, a 10, or a 20, it's 225, or 250. You'll also find that all of our prices are rounded out to the nearest quarter because no one wants to deal in change. And then there's also a button here where you can click on and download our brochure. Um, the brochure here as well, you can download and print this off, or you can let us know and we will send it to you. But again, it's a paper version of the entire shop. The one thing that you'll notice as well here, all of our mugs we switched this year over to glass, which have been received extremely well. It's a very nice large glass coffee mug, and just a very high perceived value. So that's a nice new change that we've done. Most of, well, even us for 40 years have sold the ceramic mugs, and we've changed those all over to glass this year. So that's something that we're excited about as well. Uh, from there, we also supply you with free supplies to help run your sale. So um, you will get parent letters, which we have in English or English and Spanish. We have budget envelopes to send home with the parent letters for the children to put their money in there. We have decorative tablecloths, 3 different size gift bags, coming soon posters, chairperson manual guide. Pretty much everything that you need will be supplied to you as well. Are these tent cards that I had mentioned before? And not to underemphasize how important those tent cards are, but these tent cards, like right here, are even folded, where when you receive them, they will be cut on these dotted lines and in a pack, and they're little tent cards, and they face towards the child and back if you stand behind the table, showing both the child and the volunteer every single item in our shop. And again, they have images and description and the price pre-printed right on there for whatever item it happens to be that you're selling. And these prices will be corresponded again to whether or not you select the 0, the 10, or the 20% profit. And it makes your job so simple as a volunteer as well. When, say, the mom ornament was sold out, you'd obviously know it was sold out because the 10 card would be there, but there'd be no product. If you had more inventory on the table, you'd simply go to the label on the outside of the box, pull more inventory out, set it there, and that's great, especially for those volunteers who are just helping you out just a little bit. We also have a decoration kit that's available if you're interested. This is an optional kit, but it really adds a lot of festivity to the program. There's a full-size 5-foot display that you can enter into, that you can set in the lobby. There's hats, um, aprons. There's table signs for everything. There's a sign to hang outside of the school. There's streamers and all sorts of garland to decorate the whole room, and it's a cost of $50. That's the only thing that we do offer that is optional and is a little bit extra money, but it really helps set the mood for the room if that's of interest to you as well.
And Kurt, as a reminder, that's what's nice about that decoration kit is it's something that can be used year after year after year. So it's not like it's a one-time use throwaway type of kit.
Absolutely. It's something you'll see a lot of book fairs offer that. The other thing that I don't know if I mentioned or if you're new to it, to go in a little bit more detail, but all of our items have a code on them. So what that means is like you'll see a number on the bottom of an item. It'll have like that, for example, here a number 5. The number 5 corresponds to the price of that item. So if it was a 5 at 0, it's $1.50, $1.50, $1.75. If it was a 6, it's 2, 2.25, 2.50. Um, and so on. You'll also notice at our low end, we don't even though you're going to make 10 or 20%, we've held those prices because we want to keep the prices at that low end extremely low. And again, we rounded everything to the nearest quarter. But at checkout, a child will come up, set 4 or 5 items on the table, and we have a code sheet that we provide you with here that will be with whatever markup. So if it's 0%, these are the prices here, 10 or 20. And your volunteers will just look at those items and can refer to this. Any item that does not have a code, for if it was a small ring and we couldn't get a sticker on it, we would have those items listed there. But most popular these days, what everybody loves is our app, and it works with the coding. If you have an Apple or an Android device, it works with both devices. You log in with the school code and PIN that we provide you with, and then you'll get in here and under settings, you set your price, your markup to say 10%, and then you just hit number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 1, 2, whatever, hit total, and it'll total out the order for you. Makes it so simple and easy. Um, the schools really love it. Here's the setting page where you'd hit 10, 20, or custom pricing on it. Um, Again, it'll figure out change for you. And then the other thing that I wanted to point out real quick is if you're running it on a night or a weekend sale in particular, we even have a button down here where you can accept credit cards. And because you've logged in with your school code and PIN, it automatically will deposit the funds right back into your chairperson site. So there's no extra work for you. But if there's a night or a weekend where there's parents around, you can ring the people up, hit credit card. It's PayPal technology, processes it right through, and is just another feature of the little shopper shop that I don't think anyone in the industry has yet come out with. Another thing that we came out with about 3 years
Kurt, hold
ago
it,
that
Kurt. Can I jump in real quick? Another nice thing about the app, everybody, is that part of the reason it was designed was to have multiple people checking out the children. We know that the checkout process is typically the bottleneck of the class coming through, and by having multiple people be able to check out the kids, you can get them through very, very quickly and be ready for your next classroom. So just wanted to point that out.
correct. What he's pointing out there is we consider the cash registers to somewhat be old school. It's like going to Walmart and having one lane open with 30 kids standing there. We still do have cash registers available if that's important to your organization, but I would say 90+% of our schools now use the app, and it's simply like he mentioned because multiple people can check students out simultaneously, making it nice and simple and quick. Again, trying to keep this process as easy as possible for you, the volunteers. Another thing we created about 3 years ago is the gift certificate program. It's printed on the parent letter, and what it basically allows families to do is if they don't want to send money or cash into the school with their child, they can very simply go to this site, click on here, and purchase a gift certificate. They enter their school, their city, and their state, and then the child, you would select a gift certificate for whatever amount that you choose to buy for one, two, three, 4 children. If you have more, you can do more. Or you can also email that off. A family could email that to a grandparent who could support the child. But very simply, you pay with a credit card because more people don't have cash uh, in their wallets all the time. And you print off the gift certificate for one or each of your children. You send the child into school with that gift certificate, and you, the chair people, simply accept that and treat that like cash. So if they brought in a $10 gift certificate and they only spent $9, you would hand them a dollar back. The beautiful thing is if the child lost it on the way to school or anything, there doesn't have to be any tears because you, again, as a chairperson, will have access to see all those gift certificates because they will automatically be linked and viewable on your chairperson website. Um, so you'll be able to see who bought gift certificates. Um, and also, when they're purchased, they're automatically linked to your invoicing tab as well. So any credit card purchases with the app or any gift certificates automatically go under that invoicing tab. And again, like I had mentioned before, you can either do a count or a no count inventory system. But when you plug your totals in there, whether it be from a count or a no count inventory system, the credit card and gift certificates are automatically attached in there for you. So it makes it nice and simple. This is the chairperson screen, home screen that you have when you log into your school. And right here, you'll see in the top corner is a reorder button. More of our schools place reorders online now than over 50% of our schools are placing their reorders online. But you can place your reorder three different ways. You can call us old school, just call our 800 number and someone will answer and take your reorder right over the phone. The other thing we provide you with is a fax reorder form, which looks just like this. It lists all the items. You just place the number or the quantity of the items that you're interested in there and you fax it off to us. Or thirdly, on a computer or even on your smartphone, you log into your chairperson site, you click on that reorder button, it lists all the items again for you, and you simply just go down and enter in the quantity 12, 8, 10, whatever it is that you want to reorder. The other thing that's great with this with the chairperson site is tracking of all the packages is stored in here. You're emailed every time a shipment is sent to you, so whether it's the chairperson kit, the merchandise originally, or any reorders, you're emailed that tracking information, but it also automatically stores in here under the tracking information. The invoicing button is something that you click on at the end of the sale, like I had mentioned, and it will present either for a count or no count inventory system based on what you selected. Support material button is great because it has everything that we send you available 24/7. So if you wanted an extra code sheet or anything like that, it's always available. And then down here, your starting inventory worksheets and so on are available to view at any time before, during, after the sales. And then we have the cash register app, instructions, and so on. So everything's available for you on your own time, or of course, call us anytime that you would like. Um, Next, we have the benefits and bonuses. So if you sign up with the little shopper shop, we have some extra bonuses right now. So if you sign up by June 15th, basically what we're asking, you have a month basically from today. If you sign up before summer, we will send you a $300 carnival kit. What does a carnival kit look like? It is a wide variety of merchandise. Kind of looks like this is a sample of one of our carnival kits. They're all different, but it's children items, and it's great for a spring carnival you might have coming up, or a gotcha for being good box that you can keep in the office, anything like that. But it's an extra little box of goodies for the kids, and we'd send that out right away. So as soon as you send in your agreement, we'll send you out that carnival kit. And then from there, you get to choose any one of the additional bonuses. First on the list is 150 little Shopper Shop dollars. That by far is the most popular of our bonuses. Those are little Monopoly dollars that you can use to give to children that are less fortunate. So if a child comes down and does not have any money, you can choose to give a child $1, $2, or $3 from your 150 little Shopper Shop dollars. And we have a 50-cent item for mom and a 50-cent item for dad. So all children are included and can pick something out. The other thing you could choose is 5% off of the invoice. So basically, it's an additional profit. So if you chose 10 or 20% profit and you picked this as your bonus, the 5%, you would in essence get 15 or even 25%, whatever you choose. The carnival kit. If you wanted a second carnival kit, that's always an option. We have a jumbo giant stocking. We also have the programmed registers, like I had mentioned. We have cash register rentals, but what we do is we actually go through and program in the 10, the 20% markup, and correspond them with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 codes that make it very simple to check out. So again, guys, did I miss anything? I'm trying to go at a quick pace here to keep this to a half an hour for everyone.
No, I think we're right on track as far as time concerned, and I think you got everything covered.
All right.
I agree, and I think Kurt just talked a lot, but the emphasis here is just easy, easy, easy. Um, and I think when you compare our merchandise to others, you'll find that it really is a step above, and it's designed specifically for the holiday shop. So, thanks.
Yep. Then lastly, if you were interested in signing up for our for the Little Shopper Shop, we have the sign up button right here, which allows you to fill out everything right here online and just submit it at the bottom. Or if you have to go to a board meeting, you can click on the download agreement button, and up will pop an agreement here, which can be filled out and faxed back in or scanned back in and emailed in, however works for you. So we have it online or in paper form. But again, when you look through here, the main thing that we ask for in the beginning is just the basic school information. Those are the only ones that have the asterisks by them. So the school's information, and then we have here the start date, the end date, number of days selling, return date, when you think you'll be done with it. Are you going to run it during the day, the night, or the weekend? That helps us all project how much merchandise to send you. If you don't have that information available right now or you're not sure yet, you can leave any of it blank. If you've ever run a holiday shop before, please let us know. And if you know how much you paid the previous vendor, that really helps us make sure that we know how much merchandise to start you with, because our goal is to send you at least 25% more merchandise than you sold last year to get you a good starting inventory and then kind of go from there with any reorders that you might have. You'll let us know whether you want the English or bilingual parent letters. And then right here is where you're going to tell us whether or not you want to do a count or a no count inventory program and what profit you want. We have it defaulted to count 10% profit because that's the most popular, but feel free to choose any one of those. Down here is the optional decoration kit that I had mentioned. You can choose yes or no, and that's a $50 charge, the only additional charge you'll find. Then whoever the chairperson is going to be, as long as in here you give us at least one person with a chairperson or a president with a good email and cell phone to let us know who we can get in touch with from time to time. But whoever the chairperson is that's listed and whatever their email address that's entered here, that's who we're going to send all of the shipping notifications to and anything like that. Down here under other details, this is where we just simply ask you to type in which bonus that you'd like selected of the 150 little shopper shop dollars, the 5%, or whatever bonus you selected. Then down here, you just fill in your name and hit finalize agreement. Um, that is pretty much it at this point. At this point, what I'm going to do is I see we have a question here, and I will unmute everyone and we'll go from there, but I'm going to stop our recording for now.